All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, April 25th. We're taking a look at NASDAQ. So, the main focus for today is quite simple. We want to see how price is going to be responding to that 19,350 level of interest, basically the breakout point. We can see yesterday with Google earnings and then into the overnight session, price definitely attempting to trigger the breakout there, pulling back a bit here during that overnight and pre-market session, retesting last week's high. So the question is, can buyers sustain the breakout? Can we see the breakout trigger, or is this going to be a big upthrust and price trades back within that near-term range? Pretty straightforward. If we're back within the range, I'll definitely be cautious with any long setups personally. So, something to keep in mind there. Let's see how we're looking. We do have MCS today, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. MCS is typically market moving. So, big 10 a.m. data print. Prior day volume point of control 252, overnight low 216. VWAP right there near the level of interest. VWAP about 360. And about 90 seconds till the open. 90 seconds. So let's see what we're going to be working with here. NQ pretty much right into 19,300. Yeah, I saw ES near that 5,500. It's a good level to keep on watch. There's the open. So there's 350 just above. Let's take a look at the RTH. Very slight gap lower. Small gap lower. NASDAQ new low of day. New lows on the session right there. Just staying patient personally. Coming into prior day volume point of control 252. That's last week's high as well. Some decent reference points there. Not my favorite based on the higher time frame structure. So not putting risk against those personally. You have ES into 5500. That's a nice play. Missed that one. A little too slow. Nice bounce right there. Okay, NQ coming back into the session high. Current session high 332. There's your new high of day for NASDAQ. 350. 350 is the level to watch here. 19,350. There's 350 being tested. VWAP right there as well. Man, that ES setup was nice. 5,500 bounce. Session highs now. Opening 5-minute bar is a hammer versus prior day volume point of control. Still have that 350 overhead. So NQ holds prior day volume point of control, last week's high. Now we're into that critical zone. Still cash for the session personally, same patient. NQ new high. New high of day. A little indecision here, a little consolidation. Not all that surprising. Fresh highs being made. Buyers definitely trying. They're pushing for that breakout. We'll see. We shall see. What I like is that nice extension above and then the retest. Not one to position within the consolidation personally. So you got YM up near VWAP, Russell rejecting VWAP, and ES right there near VWAP as well. We may need that MCS behind us. 10 a.m. MCS. Check out that 5-minute. A little bit more of a rejection there. Opening 15-minute bar closes here in 3 minutes. Just kind of where we're at. 2 hour gives the nice visual. NQ 19300. 15-minute currently at doji. Sellers taking the ball here. Yeah, ES rolling over as well. NASDAQ into that fib buy zone. Again, not if you read the notes this morning, not an area I'm interested in personally. Need that action above 350. Otherwise, I'm all hands off. Just cashed. Cashed up. Yeah, the short looks good. The short at 350 with VWAP there, that's an A+ play for sure. But I trade long. I trade long. Riding it out, Tom. Nice. Nicely done. So 15-minute closes, pretty much perfect doji there. Doji. Volume a bit light here. Ahead of MCS. Trailed there, nice. Yeah, the short was beautiful. YM into session lows. Sellers reloading there. Lower high. NQ coming into the lows. The low is 256. Let's take a look at that 5-minute again. Yeah, so remember that 350 is the higher time frame potential breakout point. There's ES, new low of day. NASDAQ not far behind. It's all right, Noah. Still a nice trade. Well done. At this point, it's likely I'll wait till 10 a.m. morning for NQ. ES, yeah, I'm sitting on 5,500 again. It's worth keeping an eye on. What is let's see what that breakout point was on ES. Yeah, it's basically 55.25-ish. Case could be made for the 5,500. But as always, typically treat these areas like a big zone. There's your intraday. Volume just light this morning. Light volume. NQ is basically target for the short. I mean, it's pretty much there. If you have the short from 350, this is your target zone. Don't give back too much. Yeah, we're chilling. We are chilling, Mr. Chrissy. Dave just trailed. Nice hold, man. Nicely done. Nicely done. There's your fresh lows. NQ, new low of day. There's that little flush. Don't need that fib anymore. So overnight low, downside reference point. As of right now, there's a big rejection of the near-term range high. Of course, we want to see that action post 10 a.m., right? And that'll be the real clue. Overnight low 216. So like I said, still cash. Still cash. I'm cautious beneath 350. Just got to follow the plan here. MCS in 4 minutes. FYI. And Q still here near prior day volume point of control. We're still in that kind of late afternoon structure. Sellers have not yet taken out this prior day high or low right here. May see that extended hour session volume point of control shift here in a couple minutes. We'll see if it shifts before 10 a.m. or not. Just looking at the structure here from pretty much an hour and a half before the bell. Right through here. Still here. Let's see, YM coming into that overnight low. That's a great rejection at VWAP on YM. Russell as well. Pretty much same thing there on Russell. I don't get how you guys manage those shorts. I don't have to worry about that, sir. I do not have to worry about that. Volume really tapering down here ahead of data. We got data in less than 60 seconds. It's the final warning before data. So far, there's been a cash morning for me. We are cash. Let's see if the bot actually got that short. Yeah, the bot's in the short. Already locked profits in 2/3 of the position. Looks like it's going to hold through data. So Godspeed to the bot. All right, there's your data print. We got a little pop higher. 350 is the level to watch, NASDAQ. It's the level to watch here. Coming into 350 again. Not really what you want to see if you're bearish and wanting this higher time frame breakout point to fail. And it's kind of in line with what we discussed yesterday, where sellers have a really nice opportunity and then seem to drop the ball a little bit. So buyers are definitely back in this thing. That is for sure. We'll see if we can actually have some attempt at a break or not. And Q right back there into VWAP. Sellers trying to step in here again at VWAP. Back into 19,300. Bumping into that VWAP yet again. How we doing? How's everyone doing? It's pretty slow on my end. Might be another one of those days. Green small cash. How's the bot? Probably trailed. Yeah, trailed out. Trailed out. Yeah, that 5,500 is nice. It's nice, Don. That's nice. I'm looking at NQ right here, 350. Let's see. See if they give us the highs. See what buyers have to say. That higher low at 5,500 is beautiful. Look at all these guys trading ES now. Look at that. Horizontal line enjoyers. Yes, sir. Yeah, NQ's on watch. Good location for it. No new high of day just yet. There's your new high of day. Watch it be another lockout rally. No entry granted. Oh, man. That would actually be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. Noah, how many YouTube accounts do you have, man? You're in a view farming operation over there or what? Got them burner burner YouTube accounts. Oh man. Nasdaq into 400. Dom trailed the ES. Nice. What'd you get there? Like 20 points? Trailed too tight. That was a nice push. Yeah, ES is a different animal for sure. Takes a little bit of adjustment. So NQ, we have prior day high at 418. We have some better volume, unsurprisingly, post 10 a.m. Look at the relative volume. Comes in post 10 a.m. It's the Opinicus relative volume tool built specifically for futures. You can grab that in the resources tab of the Traders Think Tank. Got 15 points in ES. Oh man, that's like daily gold right there. Easily. So NASDAQ almost into the highs. Not seeing an entry I love. Don't want to chase it. So just chilling. There's 19,400 prior day high, just overhead. Yeah, I've been saying ES setups have been killer. I like it as like a back burner. Keep it on the back burner. So no true test of the prior day high. Let's bring those fibs back. See where we're at. There's your shallow. Look how nicely that last week high held. Oh, you can't even see it. There it is. So above, pretty much above prior day high, there's still that unfilled gap. Oh, you can't see that either. There we go. Big unfilled gap through here. No true test of the prior day high just yet. So here comes 350. See if buyers have any interest in this area. See if today actually triggers the break. Again, no true test there. No lockout rally today. Sellers, they're interested in defending that overnight high, that's for sure. It's kind of that line in the sand. Well, that ends up just being a little scalp for for the first trade of the day. Yeah, I tried it. I tried it. Give it a try there. I don't love to see a little lower high right here. No new high of day in ES. Russell's gotten pretty choppy, and YM didn't get anywhere near the session high. A pretty mixed bag. Yeah, I like that, Noah. It's a good call. It keeps it more objective. Once you start getting into the close enough, is it close enough? I mean, you just open up a whole world of subjectivity. So I like that. I like that as a rule. It's a good rule. True test or no trade. You'll definitely end up missing a lot of opportunities, but objectively it's probably a better way to keep yourself in some better opportunities. So a little blip below 350 right there. Sellers not going down without a fight. Still have not breached the prior day high. So again, the rejection here back within that near term range. I gave it another little sample there for a stop. Give back that scalp. That's why you respect your stops right there. The pukey. Yeah, once sellers get a whiff of this being a failed breakout, watch out. You got to watch out. ES new low of day. YM into the lows, Russell into the lows. Glad I didn't give that one any breathing room. My goodness, look at that. Look at that. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, nice. Ray just used me as liquidity. Damn. Damn. It's messed up. It's messed up. And Q coming into the lows, we have big volume. Big volume. ES new low of day. Des, biggest short of your life. Nice, man. Let's go. Let's go. Good volume coming in. Price did not make a new low of day, at least not yet. Retested last week's high, pretty much the intraday structure. Is this just going to be a range day and then maybe the breakout on Monday? ES undercut overnight low. I'd keep an eye on that 5,500 if it rejects there. Yeah, there's your ES 5,500 rejection. Definitely trim some into overnight low if you grab that. Range day 19K by 19,350, Benny. Yeah, 350-point range would be nice. Definitely. See if NQ makes a new low of day. That'll be a wrap for me. Based on that higher time frame rejection. Session volume point of control finally shifted lower into about 278 now. And Q coming into the lows. You got ES making a new low of day. That 5,500 reject, really nice. Do you all looking for 150? Yeah, new low of day. That can trade pretty quick. That can trade pretty quickly. Tape's a little jittery here. Do we have some Fed speak or something going on? Tape has those that Fed speak jitter. Sellers unable to break the low so far. What's our session low? 236. See if sellers flush it right here. Almost. 236 session low, and then overnight low down at 216. There's your new low of day. New low of day. Market wide lows. Let's see if the overnight low fails. It'll be time for me to call it. Again, like I said, based on higher time frame structure, we're looking at a big rejection here of the near term range high. There's a 2-hour chart. Again, more action, but pretty much beneath this area. Sellers will try and solidify this as an up thrust. Remember Monday's action? Everyone thought it's a breakdown, ends up being a spring. So think of that, but the opposite. TBD. We need some more higher time frame closes to know for sure. See that hourly bar? Still have 30 minutes on this hourly bar. Buyers still in this thing, man. That new low of day just gets absorbed. They are not making those shorts easy. Look at that. Chrissy's going to be spamming trim in the chat here any second now. Just get ready for it. Almost into the 50%. ES coming back into 5,500. Not a lot to do here. Basically, just trying to determine if today's going to be a sideways range day. What is going on? Is the stream? Is it flickering? What is that? Technical error? User error? Oh, man. This tape is still pretty jittery here. There's got to be something going on. Mish, you got anything in the feeds? Let's check. Oh, Bank of England. Bank of England's green. Dave, where you at, man? You gotta let us know. Gotta let us know. Yeah, that explains it right there. Central bankers. Got the central banker jitters. A little more than an hour into the sesh. So if NQ just sets up a sideways range here for the rest of the day, this could be a tradable range. Basically 250 by 420-ish. That's the current structure. Buyers are loving this low right here is last week's high. Buyers are loving last week's high, as well as prior day volume point of control. Overnight low has not been breached, and we're seeing price come back into 350. All right, 350's on watch. NQ, there's VWAP. There's your 350. 350. Like I said earlier, buyers were not making it easy on the sellers trying to trigger that failed break. Still right here. See if another entry materializes in the next 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes. We're 1 for 2 this morning. One for two. You got ES back up into VWAP. So 350. 350 still on watch. It's a good level of interest, but the location now within the intraday structure is not that great. If we're gonna be treating today like a sideways range, there's like upper portion of that range. So volume's actually fallen off a little bit here. We're well below average now. Let's just see how this next 15 minutes is going to look into 11 a.m. Little churn here, a little consolidation near the 350. Look at volume just has really come out. Volume just out of this thing. Volume, volume, volume. It's Friday, D-Wall. Yep. Sushi Friday, man. Sushi Friday. Churn, churn, churn. We give it a shot right there. Little scalp. Add 15 points on the slow session, at least on my end. I don't see buyers show that follow through. Just not there right now. Not right now. A little barcode on that 1 minute here, right at 350. Look how the volume is just falling off. So I'm waiting till 11. I want to see if we get an 11 a.m. move. And then we'll most likely call it after that. Call it a day, call it a week. Five-min chart. 5 min. The old 5 minute. Range day. Range a day. A little more rollover there at the 350. Yeah, it really slowed down, huh? Let's see this 11 a.m. or still here, still churning the 19350 level of interest. You got ES, pretty much same thing right at VWAP, just churn, 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 churn. Volume fell off a cliff. There's a look at the volume. Red is low. The black bars here are ultra low. Orange is normal. And the green is are various shades of above average. Various shades of green are different levels of above average there. It's a 4-day look back. It's looking back at the past 4 days at the exact same time. The exact same time of day. All right, what do we think? Is 11 a.m. gonna bust this little consolidation here? I think so. I think so. No position. No position right now. I gave it one little try in there. Glad I trailed it. Looking for more immediate follow through on that thing. A nice punch higher. Didn't happen. So we're 2 for 3 this morning. There's your rejection at 350. That's the D wall short right there. Head and Shoulders, isn't that like a brand of shampoo or something? Shampoo brand? All right, 2 or 3 more minutes. 2 or 3 more minutes. Let's see if we get that 11 a.m. move. Most interested in the 19350, like we've been talking about all morning. Wow, ES, another very nice retest there. 5,500. Missed it. Missed it. Missed it. Darn it. That looks good. All right, here's 11 a.m. NQ right back up into 350. Rejection there at VWAP again. All right, I think that's a wrap. I'm going to set some alerts on 350. I'll be interested in action up above 350 with market structure. Otherwise, just expecting a consolidation day here. Range bound day and Monday, maybe Tuesday, we'll know if today's action is accumulation before the breakout or just redistribution. So, hope you guys had a good morning. 2 for 3 this morning on my end. Have a great weekend, everyone. And we will see you on Monday. Take care.